If I asked you a quiz question, where am I in the world now? Where am I even in the UK? What city? You would never guess it. I'm not in Milan or Barcelona. Yeah, I'm actually in Birmingham. And look at it, al fresco dining. They're going to spend £1 billion in the next 10 years just in this very little location here where Smithfield Market is. They're going to redevelop all of it.
There are several strategic regen exercises going on in the city at the moment. The Smithfield Master Plan is one of them. It's extending the retail and commercial core of the city out by 25% in terms of its footplate. It'll create 1,000 new homes. It'll create 3,000 new jobs, which creates the demand for housing.
This city has more young people than any other city in the UK, growing young population, and they need 100,000 new homes in the next 20 years. The demand is absolutely massive here. Okay, so standing on this location where Kent Street Baths is going to be built, we're less than 10 minutes from the city centre. In fact, if I look over here, we can see the Radisson Blue Building, which is right in the middle of the city. You can't miss it, it's right there. And then behind me, the main thoroughfare into the city. As the crow flies, you're talking about probably less than 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Amazing location, and it's literally in the city.
The urban expansion of Birmingham means that we have a mixture of existing urban grain and modern luxury apartment living. And Kent Street Baths is a good reflection of that. It's got an internal courtyard with a glazed roof and some glass lifts running up through a 6-storey structure. It creates for good modern internal amenity space outside of the apartments themselves.
49% of the students that go to university and college here, they stay here. That's the retention level. They want to stay here and they work, they drive up the economy. And those are the sort of numbers that really drive the story about Birmingham. Connectivity obviously is absolutely fantastic, from the airport to the train station in New Street, Snow Hill, which is literally on our doorstep here.
Not only is the HS2 station coming in, which will improve the connectivity to London, it will bring us down to 39 minutes into the centre of London, but it also connects to a new tram system, which is brand new at the moment and has a number of extensions coming.
Geographically, it really is in the centre of the country in terms of getting around. 90% of cities around this country can be reached within 4 hours of Birmingham, and that makes it very interesting for a lot of big headquarters. You've got companies like Deutsche Bank have got their headquarters here. HSBC have moved a huge amount of their staff here from London. So we know the investment case, and we've already lived the investment case. The Curve 1 and 2, our first development in Birmingham, we saw how well that went, not just from a design perspective, the location, but the rentals have been amazing. Lots of students sharing, lots of young couples, lots of people that want to work in the city here. It's been a really phenomenal story already with the yields and the take-up rate, and I don't see this as being any different. Coming out of a recession, what is now 10 years ago, we're still way off in terms of property prices here. Yields are still very strong, but you're still paying prices that are way cheaper than a lot of cities around the country and cheaper than the national average. So it bodes extremely well for the future investment case of this city, both in terms of rentals, future sales, liquidity. The more time I've spent here today doing this film, you can just see why it's been so difficult for IP Global to find good property, and in fact any new property, because there's a huge demand for it. There's not much building coming up. And just look at it. I mean, what an amazing story. I mean, who wouldn't want to invest here?